Well, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Learning and Earning podcast. I'm Tiffany Webster, and I am so excited because the doors are open on the Canva Collective membership. I am so excited about this. The Canva Collective membership is the membership for teacher creators who are looking to join other teacher creators who love working in Canva. Love using Canva to create teaching materials and classroom materials and planning materials. So if that is you, you definitely need to check out the Canva Collective membership. I'm hosting actually a couple of meet and greets over Zoom over the next few days here so that if you want to just jump online with me and get to know a little bit more about the membership and what it includes, that you can have a chance to do that. So if you're interested in signing up to join me on one of my online meetups, go ahead and click on the link in the show notes. You can sign up, or you can go to onlinecourses.com/Canva. That's onlinecourses.com/Canva. And you can find the registration link there. So, as some of you may know, I have been a teacher for over 20 years. And during that time, man, I have taught every single grade level in some capacity, kindergarten through 12th grade, which is like kind of wild. And I've also, then I went on to be an administrator. I have homeschooled my own kids on and off through the years. But, the one thing that has been true throughout that entire time is that I've always been a creator. I have always loved creating my own teaching materials. And really, where that all started for me was like way back in the day, like 20 years ago or more, actually, more like 24, when I was in my teaching credential program. And I got introduced to something called DJ Inkers, totally dating myself here. If you know what that is, like back in the day, we had to download fonts and clip art from a CD, like a literal CD. And then there was this little booklet that would go with it. And you would look through the booklet and decide what font that you wanted. And then you had to go like find it on the CD and download it to your computer. And you had to do that every single time you wanted to add a new font to your computer. Then if you want to add a graphic onto your page, like let's say you just want to add this like cute little bear in the corner, you would have to flip through the booklet and you would have to find the little image of the bear that you wanted, holding a pencil or reading a book or whatever. And then there was like a little number by it. You'd have to go onto the CD. You'd have to find it. Now, there wasn't even like thumbnails of the images. You would just literally have to look it up by the number. So if you didn't have the booklet with you, you had no idea what the images were on the CDs because they just had like all these crazy numbers. So like that was legit where I started doing all of graphic design for teaching materials. It was like way back then that way. And it was so tricky and so laborious. And then when you would finally get your graphic onto your page, like all of that formatting for Microsoft Word, which is what we were using back in the day. Oh man, it'd be like, it would stretch your bear like across the page or it would like shrink it up and you could never move things and it never played nice with your text. So, I mean, I've come a long way since those days, thank goodness. But what I loved about those days was I just loved creating. I loved how much I enjoyed my work as a teacher more when I could put a little border around it and a font and add a piece of clip art. And, I guess I get this from, my mom back in the day was a teacher and she used to put like stickers on the pages that she like workbook pages before she'd run them up on like the ditto machine. So, I mean, I guess that's where it came from originally, but I have just always loved it. It just makes me happier. I enjoy doing my work when other kids did too. And it just made it all fun. And I felt like I could really like tie the theme together for whatever we were working on in the classroom more when it had all of those graphics attached to it. And then just like too, on top of using the graphics and things like that for designing teaching materials, I then of course fell in love with, creating labels for everything and really organizing my classroom that way. So all that just to say, I have been in the creation space for teaching, planning classroom materials for a really, really long time. And I love the way that it has evolved. And let me tell you, if you don't know much about Canva, you keep hearing about Canva or you keep hearing about it and you have not even started to go there yet, go there. Canva is amazing. I absolutely love designing in Canva because let me tell you, it makes your life so easy. They make you look like a pro in little to no time. I mean, it's just like they've done so much of the work for you by loading it up with all of these pre designed templates that are gorgeous. You can find themes for anything and everything that you're looking for. And honestly, you can grab one, make a few tweaks, and you are good to go. It's so much faster. And the work that they have on there is just beautiful and amazing. So if you have been thinking about using Canva for a little while in your classroom, or maybe you're just starting to, definitely do it. I love it. So that's really where this idea for the Canva Collective membership came from, is that when I was doing all of that creating on my own for a while there, like I kind of was one of the only people that was doing that because it took so much time back in the day to do that, right? Like I'm literally the kind of person like they would hand me, a staff agenda. I'd be like, hang on, I'm gonna need to add a font and a border and a clip art to this. I'll make you guys all a copy, right? That was me, right? I would spend so much time just doing that to every little thing because once you start, I was like, oh, I can't just have a plain piece of paper just not working for me. And I would put so much time into doing all of those things. But now, with Canva, you can get that same bang for your buck, but like way easier and way faster. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't be intimidated with Canva. It's very easy to get started. And the cool thing is that once you kind of learn the basics, you really just are building on those skills and diving deeper with those skills. It's not like you have to learn all this other new stuff. It really isn't that way. Really, like the foundational skills are truly the foundational skills that you can just continue to build upon. So, this is why I created the Canva Collective, is because I didn't want any of you to be out there feeling alone and overwhelmed and needing some help with something or wanting to ask a question and like having no one to turn to, right? So I thought, okay, the perfect way to do this would be to do a membership where I can provide ongoing training to support the teachers that are inside the membership and at the same time develop a community. Because we all know that when we get together, we have a lot of fun. Teachers have a lot of fun. We're a fun bunch. And I have learned so much from my colleagues over the years and just working with them. And I get inspired by something that they might be doing in their classrooms or something that they created. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that for this. And I just love having those ideas to pull from. And so when you surround yourself with other teacher creators, it's always way more inspiring, right? And then it's so much nicer when someone that created something is available to tell you how they did it or where they got their idea or what the name of that font is, right? Because some of that is really what takes so much of the time when you are trying to create. And I can't tell you how many times I have come across like awesome stuff that teachers have made. And then I've been left to my own devices to try to recreate my own version. And I didn't know exactly what fonts they used or what colors they used or where did they get that clip art. And so I spent so much time hunting and packing around and trying to just figure out the tech side of it so that I could make it work in my other programs, right? So, this community is really a place where when you see something that someone's doing that you love, you can ask them, hey, show me where you got this, or what's the name of that font, or I love the colors that you put together in that color scheme. Right. And it's just a really great way to connect with teachers. And I've had so much fun meeting teachers from around the world that love Canva. I mean, I talk with teachers that are in England, I talk with teachers that are in Australia, in Canada, I'm in Southern California. So, I mean, it's just fun. I just really, really love connecting with other teachers, and I know you will too. So, that's really one of the biggest parts about the Canva Collective membership is that it's really just this community for us, for you, for me, for us. And it's a great way to get together. In addition to creating that community, I really wanted to make sure that I could provide some training for those of you that want to learn how to use Canva. And I know you're not all at the same spot. So, inside the membership, we have different stages that you can go through so that you can learn skills at the level you're at. And then also know kind of like where are you going to move? What progress are you going to try to make before you go on to the next level, right? So you can really kind of have this idea about how you're creating. And really, the system that I use is I wanted to be able to create things quickly and easily, but I also wanted them to look good. So my whole system is all about how do we create with style, speed, and ease, right? I love that. Style, speed, and ease, because that's what I wanted. I wanted it to look really good, but we can do things quickly. We don't have tons of time to be fussing around with our teaching and classroom materials, for hours at a time. So we got to have it, be something that we can do quickly. And then we want it to be easy too, so that it feels like lightweight. It doesn't feel like a big heavy thing like, oh, we got to really like carve out some time to do. So style, speed, and ease is the name of the game. And I'm going to show you how to do that at each and every level. And then I am going to be delivering a monthly masterclass, which is going to be so much fun so that you can really see kind of how I do things and how I create and how I've learned to create in Canva. And then when I give you a specific tutorial on a skill, that will be our how-to trainings. And those will be taught by myself or someone else in the group. The membership will also include Canva templates, so you can just drag and drop and get ideas about how teachers are using some of the Canva templates in their classroom. And then, of course, we'll do live Q&A every single month so that you have a chance to ask me your questions, and we'll do an interactive Zoom call. You'll get a chance to, kind of bring anything that you want to those conversations so that we can talk it out, whether it's mostly Canva stuff, but probably just a little, teacher chat as well. That always finds its way in there. So that is going to be a lot of fun as well. So, and as my special bonus to you, I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag, but I have created a foundations course for Canva so that you can really get to know those foundational tools really well before you get going. And I also wanted to have a place where you could like always circle back if you wanted to know how do I do that again? So I have created a Canva Foundations course, which I'm including inside the membership as my free gift to you. So if you are interested in that course, it's inside the membership. It's really easy to follow. It's a 3-module course. I walk you through how to choose the best type of account for you, educator versus Canva Pro account, how to actually get your Canva account started if you haven't done that yet. Then we go through all of the different design tools and editing tools so that you know what is in the Canva platform and how to navigate the platform and where do you find all the different tools that you need and what do they do exactly. And then I walk you through how to create your first design. And I give you 10 tutorials. Things like how do you create a Meet the Teacher page? How do you create a newsletter? How do you create a presentation, right? All of those things that we need as teachers. So that is inside the Canva course. That is my free gift inside the membership. So it's a definite win-win. All right. If those things sound good to you, I'd love to see you inside the Canva membership. I think this community is really, really special, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. All right. Again, you can find that registration link to join me in one of my meetups. If you want to know more about it, go to onlineCoursesandCoaching.com/Canva. I'll see you in the meetup. See you then. Bye.